So this is a short 15 to 20 minute full body workout. I've got a couple of dumbbells. I'm going to use some body weight exercises as well. So we're going to get started. I grab right hand holding one of my dumbbells. This is our single leg hip hinge with double row. So from this position, I'm going to load up my left leg. I'm going to hinge back, tapping my toe onto the floor. From this position, I'm driving the weight to my pocket or to my hip twice, reach back out and drive back up. We're going to go 5 reps of this. So that's 10 rows in total and drive back up. I want to keep my shoulder packed. I don't want to let my hand drop. Keep my shoulder packed, drive it up, squeeze, squeeze, reach back. I'm working that left hip, left hamstring, left glute complex as I work my right lat and arm. Big drive and drive back up. I'll show you from the front. With my left hand, that's my left foot reaching back. If my left hand's holding the weight, I like my right arm out for a little bit of stability. From here, I'm going to drive, squeeze, drive, squeeze, pop it back up. Again, drive, pulling the weight up towards the rib cage, and I'm pressing the floor away from me to lock back out. I don't want to come up, hit my 2 rows. I don't want to come up and then come up. I want to make sure I'm pressing the floor away, locking out the hip at the same time. I'm going to miss that one out. We've got another 2 sets or reps. Last one, hinge, row, double row, and drive. All right, I'm going to keep my weight. I'm going to keep one weight, but I'm going to hold it in both hands. In this position, I'm going to go into my lateral hip shift. So I'm going to step out, shift my hips across, and press the weight across that standing leg and bring it back in. You don't have to hold it for that long. I'm going to do the same side for 6. I'm going to reach across and come back in. I want to try and keep my hip, my shoulder, my hip, my knee, and my ankle all stacked, aligned on top of each other. And when I press out, I want to keep a nice, long, neutral spine. I can change the angle of where I press to make it more challenging or easier. I'll show you from this side. As I step out to the side, I do step slightly in front. It keeps a little bit more room for my hips to sit back into space and drive back up. Again, long, neutral spine. I can even play around with the distance that I'm stepping out. And I can even rotate my torso as I step in. So you can play around with this one a little. We'll start off making sure we get our angles right. Hips back, nice long spine, press across the front leg. There's my 6. Now we're going to go into a body weight push-up for a bit of a difference. This is, some people call it the push-up plus or the hollow body push-up. So, normal position for my push-up. I'm going to come down. As I drive back up, I get to full lockout, and then I'm going to push, wrapping my scapula around, and then come back, reset to the start. Again, drive up. From here, I'm going to push, driving through, reset, come back in. I'm not driving up through my hips. I'm not doing this. My hips stay in position. I squeeze my glutes, lock them out, drive, trying to create that big flexion in the back. Pack my shoulders, reset. I'm only going to hit 6 of these because they're very difficult. Drive and come back. Last one, push and back in. Whoa, they get tough. Half kneeling, curl and press. Now, I'm not overly concerned which foot goes forward with this. We're not loading up that bottom half, but we will alternate. So I'm going to start off with left foot forward, both hands holding weight. I'm going to curl, palms facing towards me. I'm going to rotate as I press, palms facing away. Bring it back in, palms facing towards, and reset to neutral. We're going to go 10 of these. So I'm going to drive it up. I want to keep some nice, slow control. I don't just want to pop them up and then dump them. Everything smooth, controlled. If you find you're getting too much pressure on your knee, just place a towel or a mat underneath your kneecap. 6 in, 4 to go. We drive it up. I'll show you from the side for the last 3, From here, stay nice and tall with your posture. I dig my right toe into the floor so I don't fall over like I just did. Curl, press, right above the head. I don't want to press forward. Drive them up, reaching for the ceiling. Last one, drive, and back in. So from here, we're gonna move it straight on into our side plank. This one is a toughie, no wonder I forgot it. So here, a couple of ways we can do this. We're gonna start off on our full plank, full range plank. So I'm here, I like to go one foot in front of the other. You can go feet stacked on top if you like. Start off here. I'm gonna pull it up to my shoulder and press it up once I've got it into my shoulder position. So I'm driving up each time. Drive it, press it. Now we're gonna hit 5 on each side. I wanna keep this elbow directly under this shoulder. Don't want it too far forward or too far back. Keep that stability. Drive it up, press as I rotate. Reset. Last one. And switch sides. They are surprisingly difficult. Well, maybe not surprising, they look pretty hard as well. Feet forward, maybe I'm just making them look hard. Hips up, weight down, pull it up, drive it up. I also like to keep my eyes on the weight for a number of reasons. One, if I drop it, I can potentially look out the way. But 2, as I open up and rotate slightly through my spine, my head just allows me to keep good alignment and nice shoulder stability. All right, there's my 5. So we're back to the start. We're gonna go straight back into our single leg hip hinge with our double row. I'll show you from this side. Arm out, reach back. 1, 2, drive back up, getting that timing. Hips back, 3, 4, drive it up. Sit into it, all my weight is in my left leg. All right, I'm not dumping weight into my back leg. I keep that weight into my front leg, double row, drive back up, last one. 1, 2, there's our 10. Switching sides. I like to keep the weight in front of me, hand on hip, arm out,
in the mix.
Reach, 1, 2, squeezing the lat, pressing back up. Remember, we're pushing the earth away from us to lock out the knee and lock out the hip. What's that, 3, 4? We'll call it 4. Last one, lateral shift, a lateral hip shift. This time we're going to alternate sides just to mix it up a little bit. So I'm going to step out to my left, shift that weight across, come back in, reset. Out to my right, shift that weight across and reset. And throughout this, again, I can change the angle that I press and my rotation through my thoracic. I'm going to rotate, come back in, rotate, come back in. A little bit less on this one, a little bit less on this one. You can even press it out in front. Down. Again, the whole time, I'm trying to keep the same angle in the hip, in the knee, and ankle stacked underneath. All right, a fan favorite, the push-up plus or the hollow body push-up. Again, really want to exaggerate this movement. It's important that we're not just finishing at the top of a push-up like normal. So I go down in my push-up, come up, finish my push-up. I'm not finished my push-up. I'm gonna reach, driving in, control. Boom, lock out the elbows and wrap your scapula, your shoulder blades around. I'm gonna go a little bit quicker for these ones because it's getting real tough. I'm trying to keep my hips in position. One to go for 6. Apologies for all the grunting. Curl and press. I'm sure you're grunting too, and if you're not, well, congratulations you. We're gonna go opposite leg, I said. Right foot forward, left foot back. Curl and press. Nice and simple this one, but not forgetting to stay disciplined, staying nice and tall, rotating the weights correctly. Start off neutral, Palms facing away, palms facing back to the start. I'll show you from the side. Just so you see the angles. I want my foot underneath my knee and my hip. Sorry, foot underneath my knee, knee underneath opposite hip. In this position, I'm nice and strong. I'm nice and stable. We've got 2 to go for our full 10. There it is. Whew, beautiful. So, we're moving it on into our lateral side raise plank. Again, if you want to make this touch easier, you can go onto your knees, all right? So we can go knees tucked up, bump, hold. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna drive it up and then come back in. Pull, push, and drive back in. Again, I'm driving to my shoulder, pushing up, controlling back down. And we're only gonna hit 5 again because it is particularly challenging. Whew. And spin it round, switch sides. Knees bent, elbow planted underneath the shoulder. I'm gonna waffle a little bit longer to give myself a little bit longer of a break. And then hips up, drive it up, press it up, and we're in. 5 in total. Drive, controlling, bracing through the torso. We're gonna make sure we stay super strong. And we're gonna keep a nice stable shoulder as our highs or our head rotates with the weight. All right, we're back in. We've got 1 more round. We're there, nearly there. Not quite there. Single leg, double row, reaching back, loading up the front leg, squeeze the weight for 2, and drive back up. Again, I'm keeping all my weight in the front leg without dumping much or any weight. The leg is really there for a little bit of stability, all right? I don't want to dump weight in and keep tall. I want to make sure my head, chest come down. I load up my front leg, particularly hamstring and glute. Last one. Whew, could do with a towel. And drive it up. I'll wipe it down for the next person. All right, reach out, hips back, squeeze, and push. Again, fully locking out the hip at the top after hitting my row. Keeping the angles real nice. I don't want to let the knees collapse in. And I don't want to go hinge and hold like this. I want to make sure I'm long from my heel to my head. Nice, long position, ideally in line with one another. Here's number 5. And push back up. We grab our weight. We know what to do by this time. Lateral hip shift, alternating sides. Shift in and drive back up. And drive back up. We're going to go 5 each way this time. Shift the weight across. Pull it back towards your chest. Keeping the weight tight in after reaching out. And again, you can play around with the direction that you actually press out this weight. All right, push up plus or hollow body push up. These get tough. So take your time in between each one. Try not to race through them. If you need to have a breather in between, we're still going to accumulate 6. You might hit 3 sets of 2 or even 2 sets of 3. We're going to go for all 6. Let's see what we got. All right, drop in, push, and drive. Shoulders back to position. All the way down for the push. And really look to exaggerate that range. A bit more on that one. Grounding the spine. And really, we're looking to work a little muscle called the serratus anterior. You may or may not have heard of it. I presume the latter. And done. Anything to kill the time. All right, we're into our curl and press. We've done left foot forward, we've done right foot forward. We're gonna go no legs forward. We're gonna go tall kneeling on this one. It requires a little bit more core stability. Curl and press. Ribs down. T-shirt's now sticking to my stomach. Shows me it's a sign of a pretty intense session. All right, we're 5 in. I'm gonna show you from the side or on the move as well. Don't try this at home. Last two. Last one. Squeezing the glutes. Boom. And down. And to finish, we have our side bridge and press, or side plank and press. So we're here. We're gonna go bottom leg bent, top leg not bent. We're gonna mix it up a little bit. So here, pull and press, bringing it back in. I'm driving it up. I'd say this variation is in between the previous two. 5. All right, last one. Let's get it. Onto the elbow. You can go knee down, 1 foot up. Hold position. All right, and we're away. Pull, press. Really look to pull it up and press it up in those 2 stages. Pull, press, keeping the hips high. What's this, number 4? We'll say 4 and 5. Whew. I'm glad that's over. I'm sure you are too. Until next time.